morning out there in YouTube land. Welcome to another episode of the Sidewalk Saint with your host, the Brother Phil. Today we're going to talk about what really is selfishness. And oddly enough, we're going to talk about the importance of you being selfish right now. So, I'd say it's a bit of a bastardized term. Selfish maybe just means really that you might be all about yourself. Some people are, and bless them on their journey, because you give as you receive, and if you're only all about yourself 100%, then people will treat you the same. It's just going to be a dog-eat-dog world with that mindset. But the importance of selfishness in your life, I guess maybe depending on what your definition of selfishness is. But what I'm talking about is taking care of the people that take care of the people. If you understand what that means, because a lot of people think it's all about just nothing but self-sacrifice, and they think they're loving their family by doing that. But no, you're not. You're doing damage. You're harming your family with your selflessness, with your over-selflessness. Let's call it that. Your self-sacrifice leaves you unhappy, and when you're unhappy, you are a cloud of despair in your home. Just to make it plain and simple, you become a cloud of despair. And when the cloud that runs the house is in despair, it's a sad place. So the fact of the matter is you really actually need to go and do some of your own things. You really need to do the things that you enjoy as much as you can. I recommend it highly that you would at least maybe reclaim those little things. And you got to be able to tell your kids or your wife or your husband, just say, look, I need some me time, and you're going to have to deal with it. I know that not everybody's as direct as I am, or can say things so brashly like I do. But, it's a thing. You really do. You can't give what you don't have, and you can't get what you don't give. Remember that. I say it all the time. In other words, if you don't have self-love, you can't give self-love. And overly self-sacrificial people do not have self-love. End of story. There's no confusion. Women that just sit there and just give of themselves continuously and sacrifice all their day and everything that they like, and they think they're doing something good for their family, and they're not. You're not. You're going to become a cloud of despair, like I said. If you're not happy, then how can you give someone else happiness? Because you can't give what you don't have. So, this is not my opinion of how I think things are. This was brought to me this was universally agreed by like archangels and ancient Egyptian gods and all kinds of I don't even know what. And I know that sounds weird, but I got 100% agreement across the board from the other side of the veil, if you want to call it that. So in other words, you needed to be able to give yourself what you need to be able to give what you're going to give. Because if you don't got it, you can't give it. It makes sense, doesn't it? You got $100 and your kid asks you for $100, you can't give them $100, can you? So if you don't got love, if you don't got self-love, then you can't give love to someone else. You think you're giving them love by sacrificing all your stuff, but you're not. You're giving them your sacrifice. You're showing them that you don't matter. That's all you're doing. It's not great. It seems great, and Catholic churches everywhere would make you think that it's great, but it's not. And not that there's anything wrong with Catholic churches, because they're going to change or they're going to disappear, because it's a new time now, and things are changing. We got that new Pope that came in. That guy's absolutely incredible, walking around in villages and hugging, kissing little babies and stuff. What a beautiful man. And things are changing, and there's going to be women in churches too, or they're not going to make it, because it's all about equality. And I think anyone that hears that agrees with me. And if you don't, then you're a fossil, and you need to learn what's going on and become part of what's happening right now. So I'll tell you a little story about myself. I don't know that I came upon it from this, but I've always known that if I'm not happy, I have a very big and powerful aura. Like, if I even seem kind of mad, like, my family trembles in fear. So I have to be ultra careful, because my energy is so powerful My son told me to my face, and without ever even us talking about it, he's like, dude, when you get mad, it's enough to make someone want to go kill themselves. And I was like, oh shit, I need to be careful. So people that are way showers and lighthouses to humanity have a bigger aura, a bigger energy field, or at least a more aligned, more powerful energy field. So like a light worker doing light work could do the work of 100,000 unconscious people if they even decided for a second to do any kind of spiritual work all at the same time. So it's a big responsibility to do that. Anyways, I think I just got a little bit off track. So to tell my story, having realized this, I knew that I needed to be happy as I can be. The happier I am, the more powerful my energy is in the happiness spectrum, and the more happier I can make other people be through just even being around me. And I see this. It's amazing. It's incredible. Unfortunately, a lot of people try to get into my energy field and they want to like knock me off balance, but then they end up with a bunch of love instead. So a lot of people interact with you, and it's because they just need what you have, and they want to see if they can make you blow it. It's kind of a pain. It really is, because people try to knock you off balance all the time. I just laugh at everybody though. That helps a lot, by the way. If you're in that place and everybody's trying to knock you off balance, just laugh. Just laugh at them. They try to get mad or drag you into their anger or hatred. You're just like, it's all illusions. There's nothing but something to laugh at, because it's all illusions. It's all your distortion of what really is and what really should be is your hatred and anger, and trying to knock balanced people off kilter is a shitty thing to do, but your ego is going to convince you that it's something you need to do, because you're like, why do they have what I don't have? Why don't I have that? I hate them because they have what I don't have. That's the mindset. So, back to my story. So, awesomely enough, I've been spending a lot of time and doing a lot of things. I go out every morning. I don't help the kids go to school. My wife and her father-in-law that lives at our house, I want to say he lives off of me anyways, but I'm not gonna say that in a facetious way. But he lives there, so we make him get things done. He takes kids to school, my wife takes kids to school, and I go out and I do this. I do YouTube, and I do energy and light work for all of humanity and all around the world, and I'm showing different subjects of what's going on in the world so that I can send light to those subjects, and various things of that nature. And I do it, and it works really good, and I've seen events change through and I'm not going to say it's me, because when I do the light work, I'm doing it with everyone else. So basically, if you're not conscious, then your higher self is working with me, and 90% of humanity is not conscious right now, I believe. I hope I'm wrong on that number, but I believe that's close. And the people that are conscious are connected to the light pyramid of light work for the planet, and they do 10,000 times more than even one of those guys do, because they're fully connected to this place. And so yeah, it's like all of humanity together is what it really is, through the intention of service, which I've been talking about. It's all about service. It's all about other people. One day you'll realize it's all about everybody else, but you'll have to realize this is fun. One day you'll realize it's all about everybody else, but first you have to realize it's all about you. Isn't that fun? What the hell are you talking about, Brother Phil? Seriously. Okay, here's the deal. You need to be happy. You need to have self-love, and you need to have your energy field balanced and joyous and peaceful and harmonious. And that's what you need to have for other people to be able to become peaceful and harmonious and balanced and have self-love around you. Does that make sense? You can't give people good unconditional love when all you do is sacrifice yourself. Then you're a martyr to yourself. Not a good martyr. You're a martyr like you're a wall against, I guess not a martyr, but you're a wall between you and the ultimate happiness of your household or of your own life, even if you don't have a household or children, because everybody counts. We're all in this together. So yeah, that's what I was deciding to say this morning. Looks like the sun hopefully will come out. There's some blue. See the little patch of blue up there in the sky? Yeah, the sun is going to shine through there. It's been amazing. The best summer ever here in Seattle, by the way, folks. It's been the hottest, the most consistent sun. I don't think we're going to be Rain City anymore, and I'm totally okay with that because I gain a lot of weight during the rainy season. I try to exercise, but the sports I do are outdoors strictly, and I'm not a meathead. I can't just lift weights and grunt. So, and there's nothing wrong with meatheads. Go ahead and be a meathead. Anyone's a meathead, bless you. Bless your meathead. But it just doesn't work for me. I need to, like I was saying, I need to enjoy myself while I'm exercising because it's just innate in me that the enjoyment factor is just an innate thing that I must have. If I'm going to bother exercising, I got to enjoy myself. Anyways, I'm just blabbing my mouth off, but you get what I'm saying. You got to take care of you. You need to do those things that you might find to be selfish. I want you to do it. And you don't have to be mean about it. You don't have to feel selfish about it. You can just be like, still be kind, still be the person that cares greatly for your family, but take that minute to drink that cup of coffee with utter and complete peacefulness and silence in your life. And a lot of people have that time right now. There's not a ton of people. Not everybody's working right now. We know this. This is just a thing. Because of what happened with Corona, and now they're circling it back around, and they're trying to stress everybody out with, trying to force people to get shots, which doesn't make any sense at all, by the way. So obviously there's an agenda there, by the way, because whether or not you have a shot should have no bearing on whether or not you can go into a place and eat food. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever, not even the smallest amount. Because whether or not you have a shot doesn't stop you from transmitting it or from receiving it. So I guess it's just they're trying to teach us a lesson on how to be healthy just for ourselves or something. But the reality is it doesn't make any sense at all. Whether or not you have a shot doesn't stop it from turning into a meaner virus. It doesn't stop it from doing anything. It makes no difference. It just, other than you might be a little healthier when it comes around, it might stop you from getting more sick. So you still get the same thing like a flu. So basically it just becomes what you would get from the flu if you didn't get a flu shot. Wow. Yeah, and anyways, I'm not going to talk about that anymore. But take care of yourself. Do good things for yourself. And make yourself happy. Make yourself happy. And love yourself and make yourself happy. That's my regiment for you. Just go out there and do the things you really enjoy. Like my sister, Care by Susie. She goes out there and does her aerobics and acrobatics and pole dancing, and she's just vibrant and colorful and beautiful, and people like to watch her. And that's because she's doing things for herself that she enjoys. Doesn't mean your job has to be what you enjoy, but you can make your job something that you enjoy. That's another trick in another video, but yeah, you can't give what you don't got, and you can't receive what you don't give. So there you go. Or you can't give what you don't receive. Anyways, you see what I'm saying? It's getting all confusing, but yeah. So fill yourself up with love, joy, peace, and happiness, and do the things you enjoy just for you. Just like I started doing, and I'm happier and more vibrant, and I feel healthier and stronger and more purposeful. And when I come home, I'm hugging and kissing my kids and my wife because I feel good. But if all you do is sacrifice and you come home and you're the cloud of despair because you had a shitty day, you're blowing it. You need to figure out what you're doing wrong and do what you got to do to make it right. Because you're just a very powerful and important person in your household, or even in just your home all on your own. Because it's your energy field and it's the place you live, and it should be a sacred place of happiness, peace, joy, and love, and balance. So that's what's up. Try to be selfish so you can be unselfish. Because that's basically what I just tried to say. Alright guys, hope I didn't get too confusing. Love you a lot. We'll see you on the next ones.